kind of look up to those guys in a way.
Yeah, you know, it's
years of
right. Seeing them all the fucking time, and that's how it is, man.
All right, it's recording.
Cool.
Man, we're just gonna jump into it. Like, oh fuck, hold on, I gotta turn off this turtle tank. And it just keeps recording. I'll cut it off. In the background. I'm gonna set an alarm to shut it off. I'll forget. I'm just an idiot. Set alarm for 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. Set.
Boom.
I love having to say shit. And
It's convenient, man.
I want to search for the alarm button and shit.
Life's convenient now. It's great.
Google can just tell me, you know?
Right, exactly.
Let's turn it off too. Well, fine, there's no like fucking proper way to even start. I just fucking let's continue the conversation. You want to
Yeah, I brought the big guns with me.
You ever had one of these fucking energy teas, dude?
I have. They're fucking sick.
Scary. They're scary. I was like,
sick.
yeah, it's from like Southgate Nutrition or whatever. Yeah, I get them every now and then. Actually, like 3 times a week now. I'm like, I call them meth tea.
They threw like one of my patients lives over like literally right off Eureka, so he's super close to there. And like occasionally when I, go on lunch or something, I'll go grab one. And I'm all fucking hyped up.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, I'm gonna ask him about this tea. I was like, how straight edge are these teas, man? They're basically meth.
It's that caffeine overload.
Yeah. Well, the first couple times I had one, I was like, all like hot and like parched, if you will. I was like slamming, just fucking slamming it, and it was just so horrible. Like, like 30 minutes later, I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like fucking wired off of it. I was like, this is not good. I like smoke weed too, so it was just whoom.
A lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on. It's funny. My stepmom, she started going to get them, and she had to go to the hospital. Well, she thought, in hindsight, she thought maybe it was because like one of these teas, like she was drinking one of the teas, like her heart was beating and shit.
God.
So she's like, I need to go get checked out, dude. She went to urgent care, and they're like, I don't know, your heart is like beating.
Jesus Christ.
And then, like it's like 3 weeks later, it's like EKGs and heart tests, and she's like, in hindsight, it's like, I got one of those fucking teas those days. They're like, very welcome to a caffeine overdose.
There could be. That's like Joe, who plays guitar in Hushed and Enemy of God. That dude will shotgun bangs. Like those bangs, like pre-workouts.
No, dude, those are scary.
And he will it's just wild. That dude's a madman. I fucking love him, but he scares me with that shit, man. It's like, it's terrifying to watch him do it, but he's just like, insane person after it.
Well, they get you fucking wired.
Yeah.
But I get paranoid. I'm like, this isn't good. Like my heart's beating.
Yeah, too much caffeine gets like, especially at night, man. If I drink one like kind of late at night, like 7, 8, like 10, 11 o'clock before I go to bed, I'm like, fuck, man, my anxiety's up. It's just not good. It's like, fuck.
I know. Yeah. As I don't fuck with them after like 5, because I go to bed at 8.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So I'm like 5 o'clock. I'm laying in bed like, I'm still like, I'm not tired, but I should be for sure. But I'm like, this fucking caffeine, it's the worst. Let's jump into it, man. You've been in the fucking, how many bands since you've been in the hardcore scene? When'd you get into hardcore anyway? Let's just start off the proper way.
I mean, like, fuck, man. Probably when I was like maybe 12, 13, I really started like getting into it. I've always been into heavier music though, because like my dad, he's a fucking metalhead. I've been fucking listening to like Suicidal Tendencies, Slayers, Merciful Fate, shit like that, like for like all my life, and then just over the years progress into hardcore. Like first time, like I was like maybe 12, listening to like watching Headbangers Ball on MTV, and like Comeback Kid comes on it, and I'm like, this is fucking sick, like unfucking real. Hatebreed and shit like that I'd play all the time, and that's just really where it started.
Yeah, well, that's funny because that's how, for me, just like seeing like the I Will Be Heard video is like one of the first Hatebreed shit I ever heard.
It was like mind-blowing seeing that. It was like, that's fucking real. That's like the realest shit ever.
Yeah. Well, one thing that is what like really, it's about that video, what stood out to me was seeing kids in like fucking polo shirts, like in like the pit, like
Yeah,
hardcore kids, you know, just
yeah.
like with their like collared shirts and like khaki shorts,
Yeah,
just
fucking-
swinging their arms. Like, I was like, what is this shit?
Wearing their fucking. That's how like a lot of the kids in my high school were always like American Eagle polo, khaki shorts or pants, like Van slip-ons. And it was like everyone's like fucking. I'm a hardcore kid. Look, it was weird. Lincoln Park High School and like my era of going there was just weird.
Fuck.
So
What year did you graduate?
2012.
2012. That's fucking.
2012.
A little weird to think because I graduated 2006. Was supposed to be 2005, but
That's
I stayed an extra year. What do you want?
I was supposed to graduate 2011, but you know it happens. You know things happen. You know.
Yeah,
My bad.
I liked it. Fuck. So did you know about that school Hamilton, or was that already gone before?
No, I knew about Hamilton.
Okay, yeah, that's where I went my last 3 years of high school.
It's right there. It was on Goddard, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
take
yeah.
Goddard down to
Yeah.
fucking Moran or whatever, or Abbott, I think, something like that.
Yeah, but for anybody who even gives a fuck, it's an alternative school for like bad kids and kids who just don't go to school or don't do their work.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like you can go there. We had a class where we just played fucking euchre like all hour. So the teacher's like teaching us. It was either that or fucking ping pong. There was no learning. It was supposed to be the math class. We do like one sheet of like greater than and less than.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm fucking 18. You know, greater than and less than, and then get to play ping pong with the teacher. It was such a
that's it.
ridiculous. Here comes my
That's
other
it.
dog to say hello. Sorry about that. But so you're into hate breed and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
like,
So what was your first band? Was it
my first band was actually I was in high school. I was probably in 10th, maybe 10th and 11th grade. It was called Brains Out, and it's actually funny. The first show that we ever played was actually with Down and Out, Smasher Enemies, and like a bunch of other just at the time, just all these big ass fucking hardcore bands at the Modern Exchange. And I remember like we opened, of course, we were the first band to play, and like then like later on Down and Out played, and John actually shouted my band out, and I was like, damn, that's so sick. He's a fucking tyrant.
Yeah,
Like, so
man.
I was hyped on that. And then after that, I was in a band called Get a Grip with some of the same members, and then members from another like local pop punk band called Youngblood. That was their name, and we just kind of vibed out and fucking did some cool shit. You know, made some cool music. The guitar player Reese, him and his brother Logan are just like these really cool dudes. Who are like kind of hippie-ish, but not. And there'd be times where Reese wouldn't even be fucking playing the songs, but just ripping this fucking solo over everything, and it was just like
Just cut everyone off.
it was so sick though, because it would just worked with what it was. I was like, damn, that's fucking tight.
That's great. Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. If you ever got to witness like the Modern Exchange, you know, like the fucking chaos that would happen there, because the age bracket's a little different. So I don't know if you like caught the tail end of that place.
Oh yeah, I've witnessed the chaos. You know, people booing Jafar Cowboy on stage. I remember when that happened.
They were huge too. Like
I
at the
know
time.
it was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was going on? It was like, I don't really know if you remember, like Animosity was supposed to play there, and then like ended up playing a driveway in Wyandotte.
I remember they were supposed to play there. I think they've even played there before, but it could have been
Yeah,
another
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. And also, what's that band? Attila or something? Didn't they get banned from that place, or
They
a so-called
fucking-
banned
yeah.
like by people who go to shows, so they can't come back?
I guess, but I remember there was like a hot like 2 or 3 years they would play there like with the same band, and I was like, why? Like, is this a fucking like it's like the same tour package, just different fucking headliner for like a year straight.
Yeah.
I was like, it was fucking weird, but okay.
Yeah, you can just overrun that place and treat the owners like
Yeah,
shit.
oh, yeah.
It was so bad. Wasn't it Doug? Doug was his name, the guy that owned.
Doug, oh my god, dude. Everyone would just tell him to fuck off, then he just bear mace everyone.
You're like, get the fuck out of here, Doug. Like, push him out of the
I
room.
just remember fucking Tyrant was playing and someone lit a couch on fire,
Oh, shit.
and he just comes in just bear macing people. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that was his signature, man. Just I'm like walking around, like just making sure
Yeah, fuck.
everybody knew it. He has a fucking fire extinguisher full of bear mace.
It's fucked up. It was,
I've seen that thing get let off so many times. Just like shut it down, shut it the fuck down.
It never failed.
Well, let me see. Do you remember the band Quit Your Life by any chance?
Loved that band.
Yeah.
Loved that band.
Yeah, they had a reunion show there. and it got shut down during like the third song.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I don't know if they ever did a reunion since, but yeah, everybody was so excited to see them because they're like pop punk. They're not hardcore or nothing, or like punk,
Right.
whatever. You know, good like a melodic sing along shit.
Right.
You know, like love songs and.
Yeah.
But fuck, they put on a hell of a show, and you know, one of the last times they played, some shit popped off over nothing. Adam Suki, I'll call you out. You ruined that show.
Oh my God.
No, it was a good time. He'll never hear this again, to you. I miss that band.
Yeah, there was. I mean, fuck. A lot of good bands played there. You know, a lot of shit bands played there. And it's just crazy to see what's gone through there. Same with like the Ritz, if you really think about it. Look at like the Ritz, like dude, like Full Blown Chaos played.
Yeah.
Like the Acacia Train and shit, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy. It's like all these places that are like considered just like shit places that people would go, but like a lot of bands that people love and that are fairly big have played there, and it's fucking cool. Like if you think about it.
Fuck yeah, because you know they don't got a place to go, and they're like, okay, well we'll do it here,
Yeah,
or
fuck it.
or they know it's not going to be like a big crowd, and you know, they'll find a smaller venue. Like I remember one time, fucking Terror, and they were supposed to come to Detroit, but something happened, and they had to cancel. But they played a fucking basement show in Saginaw that night. Like
Jesus Christ, I can only imagine how much that could have been.
I ended up not going because the show got canceled, and it was last minute that it got fucking moved up there. So I want to fucking shoot myself in the head.
Dude, Saginaw is just such a shitty drive, too. I like a lot of those people out in Saginaw. They're all good. I fucking love them. They're all cool dudes. But, like, dude, fuck that drive to your city.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. Like, Enemy of God played there with, like, Sanction and shit. And the whole time we're driving there, I'm like, man, this drive fucking sucks. Or even the couple times I've gone out there just for shows, it's like, fuck, man. But I imagine they feel the same way coming down to, like, Detroit,
yeah.
like, the Sanctuary and shit. So it's like, I get
Yeah.
it. Like,
Look
it's-
at that fucking drive from Flint.
right.
And fucking Frankenmuth with the shitty chicken. I don't know what's first or last. I think Frankenmuth then. That
Something
place.
like that, yeah.
But so I only know you from like 3 bands. You know, you did Damnation, right?
A Bitter Piece.
Yeah, Bitter Piece. Ah! AD, close. That's what I meant to
AD.
say.
Yeah, that was
Hushed and Enemy of God.
Hush
though.
and Enemy of
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So,
Bitter Piece was
yeah.
something, man. That was a fun ride while it lasted, you know.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. So were you like invited? Like, how'd you end up in that band with those guys? Because like I said, they're older than me. You know.
Yeah, it was like it was random. It was just they were fucking TJ and this dude Kevin West had this song written, and it was just a fucking. It actually turned out to be the song that we wrote called Retribution. They already had that written, and TJ sent me it. I'm like, dude, that's fucking piss. Like I said, like I've come from like metal background,
Yeah.
like Slayer, shit like that. That is like my cup of fucking tea. I love that shit, and that's what I was raised on. So it's like I heard something in that ballpark. I was like, fuck, man, like I would love to be a part of this. So TJ was just like, all right, like let's fucking make it happen. And then I believe Kevin moved. I don't know where he moved. I think North Carolina or something. And that's where it just fell into place, you know, like Justin was drumming and like fuck man, that dude is like, you know, he drums an Annie up and you know, it sounds fucking great, phenomenal, but he is a metal drummer.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking metal. That dude is a metalhead, so it's just like it made sense for him to drum. And then, you know, Aaron played bass and Smash, so it was just like, you know, pick up Aaron, then John, you know, it all just kind of happened after that, and then we had our first practice, and we're like, yeah, this is fucking it. That's just really where it came. I've known TJ for a while. You know, all my old bands have played with Smash like numerous times. So
Yeah.
that's really where I got the in on it from, was through him. So it was
Shout out to
fucking
TJ.
cool. Yeah, TJ's the riffer. That's Riff Daddy T. He can fucking lay it down, man.
I know. Yeah, that band is pretty different from the rest of the bands, you know. To me, like
Yeah.
either John or TJ have been a part of. Like it's a little more like thrashy to me.
Yeah,
right?
and that's really what it is. Because like TJ's the same way. He's a fucking like just a metal, like he's a metalhead dude. Like,
Yeah.
he loves that shit, and you know, we all do. You know, it's like the shit that I was brought on. I'm sure they were brought up on too. So it just made sense doing it, and it was different. I wasn't expecting anything like that, but I was definitely about that shit, man. Definitely was just like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Fuck, how long did that band last till?
Not too long, like maybe a little over a year and a half. I mean, we did like cool shit. Like our second show we played was like in Syracuse, New York, with Poison Tongue.
Oh shit,
So,
yeah. Shout out to them guys
yeah,
too.
Fucking
Lenny and
Lenny is a fucking cool
Jim.
dude. I drove with Lenny up there, man, and it was an interesting ride. It was a fun ride. That's all I'm saying. It was a very fun ride.
he's a wild man.
Yes, and good times. Played Puerto Rico. That was fun too.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah. That was with Smash.
Smash Your Enemy.
Yeah.
I remember when they played there, yeah.
Yeah, and TJ was like, "Hey, fuck it, can my other band just open?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't give a fuck. That shit's sick, so yeah, just come play." And it was fucking fun. That trip was fun. Fucking B-Crit just funny as fuck to like outside of like music and just like walking around downtown Puerto Rico with it. He's just funny as fuck. So it was a good time.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I can imagine a group of guys like you guys walking around fucking Puerto Rico. Like, because I'm sure like the show probably wasn't in like a luxurious part of Puerto Rico, like on a beach or something.
No, but our hotel was. We were like literally on the fucking beach. Like it was so sick. It was like fucked up when we got there because it was like during like that power outage for like a week they had.
Oh, like that big ass? Oh
Like-
my god, you getting paper towel?
Oh my god. So we get there, the hotel we fucking had booked. They're like, the lights might come back on, it might not.
Oh, what the
So
fuck?
it's this little like just shitty, unheard of like hotel.
Oh
and
my God.
Right across the street's this fucking big ass like Hampton Hotel or whatever the fuck hotel it was.
They're all lit up.
Yeah, they're all lit up. I'm like, damn, we spent most of the day in there just like staying in the lobby, like just using their power, not trying to be in that heat.
Yeah.
And then eventually we said, fuck it, let's just get a room here. And we fucking all like threw in on a room. Had like 10 dudes sleeping in one room.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy because it's gotta be so hot down there.
Oh, it is, but it's not too bad because it's like, it's dry. Well, it's not too dry because you're off the ocean too.
What time of
but-
the year was it?
Oh, it was like summer. It was
Oh,
like
oh, so-
fucking September, I think.
Okay,
right
yeah, that's
before fall.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, like 100 something degrees there. And I was
fucking
there,
sucks.
but it was so cool.
I went to Florida fucking or 2 years ago in the beginning of August. Biggest mistake of my life. Like, I knew it was gonna be hot. Like, I've been to Vegas in August. I was like, this is cool, but
Yeah.
Florida's a different place.
Yeah, that's like just a humid fucking armpit, man. Like,
Fucking with like the thunderstorms like every afternoon.
oh,
Well, because it's so humid, so
yeah,
it's like they're just storms. I don't know why, because where the heat and the moisture, because like the swamps and shit.
yeah,
It just
it's fucked up, man.
disgusting.
I hate to go to Florida in the summer,
it
but
was a joke. I'm going back in June.
that's fair. Shout out to all the Florida homies.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I thought they were gonna have a fucking FYA fest last year, like in like January. I was
Yeah.
like, Florida's open. They're doing that.
oh, I know. I'm
But-
surprised. Like,
yeah.
Florida's just like a fucking. It's just its own fucking place. It's wild down there. I've honestly like never been, only in like just passing when we were going to Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
But like, just the shit you hear, it's just like
You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's no man's land, man. Everyone for themselves.
yeah. Like, what were we talking? Oh, your other band. Damnation. Just kidding. That was such a fucking.
It happens.
I'm gonna edit that out. The AD part,
The AD. Yeah,
I knew it ended with an AD.
Yeah, it's there. It's you had the D right.
There's
you know?
a couple of them.
Exactly.
Oh fuck! But then you have Hushed, and the first time I ever seen Hushed, I think we were together before that. It was that fucking Hood show,
Oh, yeah,
2019. I
Yeah.
think did Sanction play that show too?
No, I think it
Or
was
the other
like-
one, the other band.
Fuck, I don't even remember who played that, but I know Hood, Smash played it, and
No, it's John's other band, John from Annie Up, right?
Vacate.
Yeah.
Vacate,
Yeah, they
yeah.
played. Yeah, Hoods and Smash Your Enemies.
Yeah, that's what it was. Fucking Vacate.
Yeah, close. Sanction,
Yeah,
vacate.
yeah.
Look at me.
Like,
Oh,
it happens, fuck it.
Yeah, 8-7 letter shit. No. I knew it had 7 letters.
Two syllable,
Whatever. It's-
whatever.
Anyway, no. Yeah, but I seen that band there. But then you guys played that fucking H2O show like a couple
Yeah,
months later,
that was
and,
fun.
and that's where because I was all fucked up at that Hood show. But H2O, I was like, I just want to see H2O. It's been a long
Right,
time, you know.
right.
And like. I was like, who the fuck is playing? Honestly, it's the first time I heard it. 'Cause I've heard it over and over again. I thought you sounded like fucking Buddha from Blood for Blood at first.
That's fair. That's sick.
Yeah.
I've gotten that before. I've gotten that in Mike Judge. I get Mike Judge a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But Buddha's what I heard first. I was like, I was gonna go fucking check this shit out.
Sick.
Yeah, but I was like, damn, that's fucking sick. Then you did the from Ready to Fight
Yeah.
cover. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking respect,
That
man.
was-
Yeah, I went home. I was like, who is this band? I checked it out.
That cover is sick. I definitely was glad we were able to record that and put that out because, you know, without bands like Negative Approach and shit like that,
Exactly.
you know, there wouldn't be newer bands like us coming out trying to do the same kind of style and shit.
Yeah, and especially on the first demo, it sounds, you know, there's a Negative Approach like sound, which I think is like more like the bass, like
Yeah,
like the heavy distorted bass. I fucking love it, man.
That's Tristan, man. He fucking loves his fucking tones, man. That guy, he plays with a full pedal board, and every time we play, they're like, "Do you have enough fucking pedals?" Let him do his thing.
You have like 30 seconds to change up every song.
Right. Damn.
No, that's fucking cool, man. That's another talent on its own because you're winning by your guitar, then fucking hitting pedals.
Right.
And,
All fucked up, man. But he makes it work. He does his shit.
yeah.
He always has that tone.
Is anything going on with them? I know you did the last winter demo was the last thing.
Yeah. I mean, we got some shit in the works. You know, we've been, you know, we actually haven't practiced in a while or really got together. That's mostly my fault, but
Yeah.
we have shit we're sitting on. Both, you know,
Cool.
both current bands I'm in. We have some real cool shit.
Yeah.
So it's all in the works. Once I get my shit together and get back, I'm still like in school mode right now. Even though I'm fucking done for the semester, but now I'm like I can focus on that shit now. You
Fuck
know?
yeah, for sure, man.
So-
Well, you know, you gotta get shit together, you know.
Exactly.
But
that's-
this is also your party life as well. So
right, you know, and that's where I was like during like this whole pandemic and not playing shows and shit. I'm like, well, why the fuck put anything out right now where no one's gonna give a fuck like 2 months later? 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it's not like they're gonna see it live or anything. And fuck, I'd rather just get my shit together and finish my fucking degree, I guess.
What's your degree in?
I'm going to school for fucking respiratory therapy, which is, you know, weird timing to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people might need you.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
know, weird timing to finish it, but fuck it, I guess.
That's
Here I
cool,
am.
man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, I'm a truck driver, so we all need truck drivers. We need
Yeah.
respiratory therapists.
Fuck yeah, man. I see like there's like a huge shortage on truck drivers right now. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, they don't want to pay people, and a lot of the other, you know, there's like a certain fucking breed of people that will like
Right.
will do like the long haul shit because the money's not in it anymore to make it like worth like these kids' times. They can go
Right.
fucking train on a computer, you know,
Right, exactly.
and make a shitload more money and
Right.
do half the work and like I don't know, it's not worth it. I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
I never went over the road. Fuck that shit. Never.
That shit looks miserable. man.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
just-
I was about to like. I was getting ready to. I got my CDL. I had to go to like some school in Romulus for like 4 weeks, and you know you get your CDL, and
Yeah.
there's like hundreds of companies you can like sign on with that'll just
Yeah.
they'll be like, yeah, we'll take you,
Right.
but you have to go over the road for fucking for 6 months,
Yeah.
out 4 weeks at a time, like.
It's fuck that, man. It's too exhausting.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're like a family man, like
Exactly.
you really have the time to be doing that shit.
No.
It's like you miss so much of
Dude.
fucking life.
And like, and their pay isn't that great. It's like you can start working at some sort of factory or whatever and make the same amount of money. Like, there's no like
Right.
incentive, you know, to be
Yeah.
gone for fucking 4 weeks at a time.
Right. Fuck. Like I said, I don't even like driving to Saginaw. Why did you think I want to drive to like California in a semi truck?
Yeah,
I couldn't.
yeah, with 40,000 pounds on your ass.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm good on that.
that's in the trailer. The whole shit can weigh up to 80,000 pounds. That's just like a tractor trailer, not like a dump truck even or anything. Because
Right,
those can be like
yeah.
150,000. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty boy. My hands are soft and shit. Like, I use gloves when I get like my diesel and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna smell like shit. It's like, I'm not truck driver material. It was just like
Right.
an easy way to get like money like within like 4 weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
You know?
mean, for a minute, I like thought about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I couldn't do that." First off, like I hate driving by semi trucks. Why the fuck would I want to be in one?
I know, man. Yeah. It's not fun. I mean, I fucking hate traffic. I hate people.
I
Like,
know.
I'm like, what am I doing in my life? I'm just out in traffic all day. This is like my worst nightmare.
That's especially going down 75 and shit. Going like north, and like it's all fucked up right now because of the bridges and stuff. Like, all right,
No.
cool.
I go to Dayton, Ohio every day. So it's like 3 hours and like 10 minutes from here. It's not bad because I leave at 3 in the morning.
Right.
So I get all the way through fucking, like Toledo and all the big shit. I'm in Dayton by 6:30. So like their rush hour is like a tenth of like Detroit's rush hour.
Well, that's not too bad. On Detroit, it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it's
Shit
fuck.
sucks.
As soon as you get on the freeway, you just stop.
Yeah.
Like, why'd I do that?
Yeah. I should have just fucking took side streets to get.
Yeah.
Should have just taken 4th Street to get home.
Right.
Like, fuck it.
You ride a bike, why not?
Exactly. Like, fuck this.
But then you got the scary ass heavy fucking enemy of God. Like, what I find interesting that it's you who does both of the fucking like vocals. It's
Yeah.
it's up here and up here, or down here and up here. Like the way you sound. Like, who's like your influence for like enemy of God? Because there's similar bands, but like who would you
I mean, like, growing, like
like the highs and lows of your voice? What I'm saying.
During, like, my early teenage years, I was, like, really into bands like the Acacia Strain and Amir. So
Okay,
shit like
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
just, like, for that band, it's super influential, and I still think the Acacia Strain puts out great records. Like,
Yeah.
everything that they've put out has been, I think, great. And I just won't stop liking that band, you know. Same
Fuck.
with, like, Amir, man. Like,
Yeah.
Goodbye to the Gallows is hands down probably, like, one of the heaviest albums ever.
Yeah, they just heavy.
It's just
It's like their strings are on the floor.
seriously.
Like fuck,
For
man.
me, those like bands were just like, fuck, I want to do something like that. That would be sick. But like also like, I like listen to a lot of bands like Martyr AD and Disembodied, and like that shit's just so heavy to me too. I'm just like, It Dies Today, and
Fuck yeah, man.
when I first started doing like vocals for this band and trying like styles out, I was really trying to go for like more of that style, but it was rough on me. So I was just like, yeah, I don't want to sound like shit, so do what's easier when I can make sound best.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when you guys go on, like, I don't know the first time I seen you. I don't know, and I don't think I'd heard you guys before. So like when you guys went on, I was like, oh shit. Because all your friends, come out, start to play a little.
Yeah.
I was like, these little motherfuckers fucking shit up. I was like hiding and getting hit. I'm like, I thought I was in a safe spot. I was like, fuck.
That's one thing I will say. Like,
These little fucking monkeys jumping around.
I love the reaction it gets because everyone's just like it's just piss off ass beating music, and that's like literally what it is. What I wanted it to be. Just depressing lyrics about how fucking life sucks and music that makes you want to kill other people. So it's like, it's a perfect combination to me. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, I like it though. I mean, because there's not a lot of bands. There's not really a lot of bands in one area that's like that.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
only a couple like super heavy bands like the slow chugs and fucking breakdowns but also there's little like metal in there like
the
that
fucking-
shit. I don't know what that's called,
The
but
little fucking Beatles or whatever.
yeah, no, that's what I'll call it.
Yeah, the fucking. I like that. I love like a lot of a lot of bands I used to listen to like during my like mid like 13, 14 were like that. So it's like
Okay, well, this is also maybe like a little I'd say what I hear is like a Shattered Realm almost like influence, like the first Shattered Realm.
Yeah, yeah.
Just and maybe more your voice though, just low.
that
How do you do that? Like, how'd you find that voice? Like, because that you gotta practice what you like.
I was like young doing shit like that. Like I would,
acting crazy in the mirror.
yeah, like I would record fucking vocal covers and post them on YouTube and shit when I was like 13 and like that. Like I said, that era, a lot of some Amir, like Amir. I remember doing fucking I remember vividly recording fucking "Whoa, Shut It Down" by the Acacia Strain, and like my mom just walked in on me on the video, just shut the door, and I was like, damn, I gotta restart it now.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny though. Like, that'd be so embarrassing.
It was. I was like,
is your mom like, I'm not even gonna ask?
yeah, she just, all right, you do you. All right, Mom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, are your parents like? Are they like Americanized?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like my dad is like fucking
Because I know you grew up in Detroit,
Yeah.
Southwest
Yeah,
area, so
yeah.
a lot of legitimate Mexicans
Yeah,
there. So,
yeah.
you
Like
know.
my grandparents, like my grandma is, and my grandpa, like pretty much my grandparents on both sides are very, very, Hispanic, very
Yeah.
traditional Hispanic, and like they kind of look down on me and my brothers because like we don't speak fluent Spanish, so they're like
mijo, shaking
yeah,
her head.
Literally, that's my fucking grandma. She's
It's like they worship the devil and
I
shit.
know. I'm like, all right. Like, same with my grandpa. He was just like, because I have aunts that are all like younger and about the same age as me, and they're all fluent in Spanish.
Oh
And,
yeah.
like, we're like none of me or none of my brothers were just not. So
Hey,
they're just
well.
like, all right, like you're the fucking black sheep of the family.
You're fucking basically a gringo.
Yeah, literally, that's what the fuck it is to them. Like,
That's funny,
do you
man.
want ground beef tacos? You fucking
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You want to put cheddar cheese on it, or just American cheese?
Yeah, that's how I feel about going to like family stuff. But it's
Yeah. No, he's like, he doesn't even use the green salsa anymore.
Right. It's so funny.
I don't fuck with green salsa. I don't like it at all.
I
Man.
love that.
You like it?
Oh my god.
Fuck that. It's so gross. It just tastes like it's like a raw tomato. It's
I
like, it's a
love
green
it.
salty ass tomato.
Fuck, I think it's so good.
Uh,
Like, I get that shot in like everything. Like, I'd prefer it over like any sort of like red salsa.
oh yeah. You know, like throw a chip in your mouth and just
Yeah, I mean I make
drink it back.
I make it too. I
Oh fuck yeah,
love
like a
it,
little
man.
blender.
Yeah.
Man, I made my own salsa a couple times, but it always comes out like way too hot.
See that? I used to be like that, but I can't do it anymore, man. Like I have Crohn's disease, so it's like hot food fucks me up.
Oh
It's like,
yeah,
I can't do it. I get all sick and it's not good.
yeah. It's not worth the.
It's just not.
Yeah, it's not worth the time spent.
No, exactly. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on that.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I like hot stuff. Like wings. Like, I'd rather taste wings, you
Yeah,
know, than
same way.
fucking burn my mouth. Like anything hotter than like a. I don't know, dude. I'm not going halfway down the pepper at fucking B-dubs, you know?
Right,
You know,
yeah.
because it's like green then fucking red.
Right,
It's like,
yeah, the
it's not only
fucking
like yellow or
mild,
like
medium
orange.
hot
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, that's a. I was like, I love wings. I mean, do you like wings?
Oh, that's my favorite food. I like one time fucking went to Hooters and it was like unlimited boneless night, and I think I ate like 120 wings.
Ah!
Fucked up. That was like my senior year of high school, and just
I would do it.
projectile vomited after. It was fucking just gross.
Hey, man, it's fucking worth it. So, have you always been straight edge for like your whole hardcore career?
Yeah, pretty much.
Never fucked around with like drugs and shit in high school.
No. Like, like maybe like early years I've like tried like maybe like when I was like, I have an older brother, so I'm trying to be cool and fit in.
Oh yeah.
And it just like, I just remember like one time just trying alcohol, and I was just like, yeah, that sucks.
This is not for me, bro.
It's not for me, and everything else I just kind of steered from. And
Nice.
Like, whatever. And then I
Yeah.
was just like, fuck it, I'm straight edge, I guess.
I'm straight edge, I guess. Yeah. Well, because in like fucking Lincoln Park, well, anyway, when I was going there, like there wasn't like any hardcore kids. There's like,
No.
it was like a couple people, but like there's like not even like, like punk rock kids. There's like Hot Topic punk rock
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, like the weird fucking like the trip pants and
Mm-hmm.
like which is fine, but like I don't know that in my like high school when I was going to high school there was a good amount of kids that were into hardcore but they're all older than me. Like so I was like a freshman, they were all seniors getting ready to graduate.
Yeah.
Like I remember like a couple of those dudes like being in bands like this band called Give or Take that was like a Linkin Park band. I actually think the drummer of Never Ending Game drummed in that band. Maybe I could be wrong.
Okay. Yes, I know he's from Lincoln Park. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know him. I just know he's from.
Yeah, that area. I was like closer age to his sister, so like way back when I used to hang out with his like sister. We were friends and stuff.
Nice, man. Well, yeah. I mean, but I was gonna say, all your bands and shit, like. Without people like you around, you know, like having bands, like there wouldn't be fucking much of a scene anyway. There's you got like Critter and Brendan and
Yeah.
you and even like Maxwell with the Sanctuary. Without certain people around, that there would be no scene. So,
Oh, I know.
So thanks to you, your shit's still going. You're part of fucking booking shows and shit. I'm sure.
Yeah,
But does it feel like it though, or does it feel you're just like along for the ride? You're just doing it, or does it feel like work ever?
not for me, just because I'm like just so whatever about stuff. I don't like to be the decision maker,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, it's whatever you guys want to do.
You know,
I'm just here to fucking hang out.
yeah, where we going?
Yeah, exactly. Like the only thing I was like super set on like ever wanting to do was Snow and Flurry, just
Right.
because like like both bands, Hush and Enemy of God, we fucking love Minnesota. We love everyone out there, and like they just fuck with our both bands like really hard. So
Nice, man. Yeah. That was fucking looked like a cool fest though. It didn't look like too
Dude.
big, but it looked like a good time.
it
you
was
know.
exactly how no better way to put it. It wasn't like too big, but like kids were just going off for every band, man.
Yeah.
Like start to finish, like the year Enemy of God played, because Hush played 2 years. We played back-to-back years. And the first year Enemy of God played, like Gadget opened up, and that was probably the craziest set of the day. Like that, they're like a local Minneapolis band, but
Okay.
they actually have like a lot of fucking hype around them. We were actually supposed to play with them in 2020. I think like March, it was like them and Wide Man and COVID.
Fucking ruined everyone's year.
Yeah, there
15,
was
16 months.
a lot of good fucking shows coming up that we had planned and
Man, well,
pull the plug.
yeah. One of the last shows that was supposed to come, dude, was the Acacia Strain and Rotting Out, dude. That was like 2 weeks before shit got shut, or after shit got shut down, or was it like days?
It was like all right. It was like weird because that show was days out of, like, I think from Detroit. So like that tour got dropped, and like the day before shutdown, who I think Buggin and One Step Closer, we're supposed to play the Sanctuary with Hush and a couple other bands I can't remember off the top of my head, and they ended up dropping. Then Chamber, who was on that tour, was like in the area and like, hey, can we hop on this? So then that lineup got like switched to like Enemy of God, Hush, Lyric from Enemy of God's other band Iced Out, which that band's fucking sick, and it was just gonna be a fucking good time, and then shut down. They were
Yeah.
not happening. I said, all right.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, you mentioned Iced Out. Like, I only see like Instagram. I can't like find anything.
It's
It's just there. It's a mystery. It keeps popping up.
the music is coming.
I'm like, what is this shit?
It's for if you like fucking gold chains and gambling, that's the band for you. So
Oh my god, it's some ignorant shit. Huh?
it is. It's pretty much most of the Enemy. It's I think Robbie's drumming in it.
Okay.
Joe's playing bass, Lyrics on guitar, and Lyrics' girlfriend Kara's doing vocals.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was a
And
female singer. So I was,
yeah,
oh, that's so sick.
She's
Though.
so sick. Like, she fucks with Hush hard, and like I always let her do like guest spots whenever she wants, because I've known her for so long, and that's like one of my really really good friends. So like, seeing her getting ready to like put a band out is fucking like sick, and like her lyrics that she wrote for these songs are, like I said, rolling dice, gold chains. That's
I like it.
it's sick. I mean, like, us outside of Enemy God and Hush, like all the bands that are branching off of these right now, there's like probably like 10 in the works right now
Fuck yeah.
that are just like, personally me, I think are better than both of the bands I'm in, and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, Big Deal is about to drop something. It's fucking stupid.
I'm glad. I'm
Chris
excited.
Justine recorded it, so it's gonna sound good.
Yeah, man.
fucking-
There's a lot of shit that has been like born out of the past like year,
Oh,
and
man.
like just people recording, people getting hyped up for fucking
It's-
shows. It's gonna.
Like,
I hope it comes back so strong.
I think it will, and I think when it does come back, it's going to just hit harder than it's ever been. 'Cause
Yeah,
I mean,
everywhere too.
Exactly.
So
I mean, like, just look what LA did the other night. How insane they're
God,
like, come the fuck on.
just
like,
people foaming at the mouth for something
right,
to do.
And hopefully sooner than later, we could bring Detroit like that and just set it the fuck off.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
But I will say, all the bands that are going to be coming out around that time are just, man, like, Lyric has a lot to do with a lot of the bands. Like, High Alert broke up, rest in peace, High Alert. But they have another band coming out called Ground War.
yeah.
And it's pretty much fucking Kickback, or fucking, God, There's a bunch of just like heavy shit. It's just ignorant music, and it's like, to me, I feel like it's just next level shit. Just like D Block, man, that shit was
Just out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
That
Like,
was so good.
I my boy Anthony, I believe, recorded guitars for that, but I know he has like a lot of like school and personal stuff that he took care of, so he couldn't continue. But I'm very proud of him for that shit he was doing with that, man, because it was something. Like, hearing those recordings, I was like,
D Block, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I was like,
man, I was like,
oh
that's-
shit.
that's ass beat right there.
Yeah.
Camden's a fucking beast, and his vocals are so sick. So I'm like, dude, when that band plays, it's gonna be violent.
Violent, yes.
So
What, man? I was happy to hear that, like that band, because I didn't know you. I told him I seen the Instagram. It popped up like fucking last year sometime,
Yeah.
and it just showed up. I was like, okay. I was like, what's this fucking D Block? I was like, that's a sick name.
right, it is.
I'm
a
sure
sick
it's gonna be a
name.
sick band. And I was like, waiting, and then finally, whatever. And then I was like, this is exactly what I was hoping it would sound like.
Oh, dude. And I know, like, now it's like, I know BB from High Alert's in it as well. I believe Robert Gibbons is too, so I'm glad to see them, like, going on to, like, bigger and cooler, like, cool things. Not saying High Alert wasn't cool, because obviously those are some of my best friends, but, like, seeing what's coming out of that band to, like, blossom into, like, this fucking crazy shit that is just gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Because I don't know what venues. I haven't heard of any like shutting down. So it seems like they're all circling around like what's that fucking Smalls.
Smalls, yeah.
Smalls. Oh, the Sanctuary didn't go nowhere. Just all these little places. I'm glad they're able to stick around for as long as they have.
I know.
With no business, like hardly anyway.
I know it's gonna be real refreshing for them to get that back, and like I said, I think when it does come back, it's gonna be bigger and better than before. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna bring people out who stopped going, but now it's back, and then people who've never been and just want to see what it's about.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be interesting when it all happens, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think so. Like especially like you said, the people who used to go, and like now they were gonna. It's like they kind of took it for like granted, maybe, or they're just busy with life and couldn't make it. But now they're fucking going, man. It's like like a year without a show passing through. I said, I'll catch them next time. Well, there was no next time.
Exactly, and
so there may never be a next time.
I know,
you know.
And hopefully, like I said, sooner than later, it'll eventually fall into place where
Yeah.
it'll happen, and when that does happen, and I can't wait. Even just to go to shows again, like, would be great. Like, not even playing, because I fucking miss. Who doesn't miss it right now? It's been well over a year, and it's just eating me alive. I'm like, fuck, man.
I know, man. I gotta shake up the meth.
The meth tea.
Because it gets all stuck in the bottom. It's like a tablet they put in there. It's like lemon lime meth. Yeah, it's fucking jacked up tea. But yeah, you said about what happened in fucking LA the other night, man.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. Like,
Dude, they were fucking shooting fireworks up at the police helicopter.
I know.
God damn.
And then lasers and shit, like blinding the pilots.
Yeah.
It looked like, I assume if they have lasers, that you're blinding the helicopter.
I mean,
Not just a laser show. It's not a rave.
I mean, the lineup was sick too, though. I mean, Alpha and Omega. Like, when was the last time that band played? Like,
Yeah.
that was probably one of my favorite like hardcore bands from fucking California, man. And then that Section 8 band, so sick.
Yeah. I didn't know who some of those bands were. Just I seen the flyer like the day after. I was like, I didn't even know this was happening. Because there's a lot of like Count Time. I like that band and shit.
Yeah.
And Section 8 and
Section 8.
fuck, man, they're so good. But like, I'm so stupid. I'll be honest here. I didn't realize that the singer of that band was the same singer as Furious Styles.
Yeah,
I didn't put it together. I don't know why I didn't.
that's sick.
I'm retarded. I was like, oh, that's the same. How did I not fucking put that shit together?
It's like that, man. I mean, all these people just start. There's so many other bands coming. It's like hard to keep.
Yeah,
up
because
on
it was
things
L.A.
and
and that band was like, I think what Seattle, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess.
I think that dude had another band from California too that was really good. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I remember they were like really good. But that's how all those bands are, man. They just after a while just go on and on to like other shit that's just as equally as good as what they were doing.
Yeah, man, I like the. I like the West Coast scene. Like those people are fucking different. Like it's almost like a cholo culture. Like the hardcore kids there.
You know,
It's so dope.
I would love to go like just check it out.
Yeah, to wear a flannel and your hat flipped up,
Yes,
like
old suicidal style.
yeah. That's how they all look. I'm like, that's a different place, you know. Like in New York, there's still a lot of people with mohawks and spiked vests.
Yeah,
and I was like,
those-
it's a hardcore kid. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know, because I went to the one in New York, man.
Yeah, like I saw that.
That shit was crazy too.
A lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people were like, man, about it, you know, crying and shit.
Right.
But hey, you know, do you whatever. Everybody has their own choices. But it was fucking crazy. But that, like, the LA one was like, it was like night and day, literally.
Yeah.
So like, it looked even like scarier because there's
Yeah.
like top views and shit.
You see all this smoke just coming up and fireworks going off. I'm like, damn, that's
Fireworks are blocking the freeway, like
it's insane.
some shit off, like I don't know, the Warriors or some
That's
post-apocalyptic.
literally what it reminded me of when I saw. I was like, damn, that reminds me of like the Warriors.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah,
a good
just
movie.
with like two circle pits and a band just playing in the middle.
So
Like
insane.
that's the coolest shit. This shit was sick, man.
I was like,
I loved it. I
Yeah.
fucking loved it. But for some reason, it's like just passed by. Nobody said shit about it.
yeah,
They're like, oh, okay, well they're just fucking doing it, regardless if I bitch or not.
exactly. That's exactly.
Move
what
on,
it is,
motherfucker.
man.
No, fucking good times though. You know, eventually something's gonna happen here. I know it. Someone's gonna just say,
Oh.
"Fuck." I don't know who or when, but
Oh,
Someone's gonna-
eventually it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Whether or not, you know.
Yeah, like-
That's what it seems like.
well, it's not pushing back. It's just like, okay, let's fucking do something. It's not being assholes or fucking rebels or breaking the law. That's not, no, like it's like just time to have fun.
Right. I think that's where a lot of people, at least what it seems like from like posts and stuff. I know everyone's like just over not going or playing shows, and it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people, have been fucking vaccinated, and others still wear masks, and there's others that don't, and it's like, let's just all show up and see what happens after,
Right.
you know? What else we got? Well, we want to talk about? I got nothing written down. I just wrote a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, whatever, you know.
Let's talk about Under the Knife. Shout out to the fucking Flint Town.
Yeah, dude, Max fucking killed down these vocals for this. Like, I was hyped when I heard it, man. That shit hit for me. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they added me.
They definitely, I think that was another cool release that come out of this pandemic was that, and I can't wait to see how that goes live, because I think I know I'll lose it for that band.
Yeah.
I think they're so sick.
They are. It's like, I just seen it on Instagram. It's just so fucking so good about Instagram. Back, you had like MySpace and shit, but there's no recommendations.
Right.
Like Instagram and the algorithms, it'll like show up, or like fucking Bandcamp or the Spotify. You can find so much
Yeah.
shit because the AI finds it for you and just says you might like this
Yeah,
shit. It's
yeah,
like you're from fucking Michigan.
Right.
It's the same type of music, and there's so much to find.
Yeah, there is. Like I said, man, like and a lot. Like I said, just a lot of cool newer bands coming out, man. I know, like even that Spinebuster band. I think they like broke up and are starting something new, and I haven't heard really too much of it, but I forget what they're calling that new band. But from what I've heard from people, it's sounding really fucking heavy.
Nice.
Some real just ass beating stuff.
Yeah, because did they play a show? Maybe it was Critter's show for the CD release that Annie up. Were they on that show?
No, I think the last thing they played that I can remember was In Cold Blood.
Okay, then that's what it was. I
That's
know
what-
that was
yeah.
within like the same.
Yeah,
that was
same.
from January, and Critter shit was in December.
Yeah, that time EP. That was a fun show, man.
Yeah,
That was probably one of the funnest shows I think I've played.
yeah, that was a fucking crazy show. Fucking never-ending game, and fucking Face Threat came out.
Yeah, Eternal. I like that Eternal Sleep band a lot. I like a
Yeah.
lot of those Pittsburgh bands, and I think they just do it right, man.
Mhm.
They're so sick.
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Fucking Pennsylvania's just got just got all the good bands. The whole entire state is fucking
Undeniable.
filled.
It's from beginning to end. Like most of those bands are just
They're all good.
Always have been too. So
Yeah.
it's,
Heavy in this scene, they all participate. They all keep
Yeah.
it going. You know,
Yeah.
you got fucking Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and fucking Wilkes-Barre, whatever you call it.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably like my favorite. Like a lot of like my favorite bands from that area are from there. Like,
Yeah.
Like Cold World, shit like the Bad Seed.
Fucking-
all those bands are just man.
Yeah. Am I wrong, or was CDC from that area too?
I'm not.
Allentown.
Yeah,
Allentown, maybe.
somewhere. I don't even know where CDC's from, but
I love that band.
I think that band was supposed to play Motor City Fest.
Yeah, they're supposed to come out. Well, that was the weird thing. Motor City Fest was supposed to happen, like,
Yeah.
amongst all the bullshit. Like, it was like, yeah, we're going to open up. There will be some fucking guidelines, but then, fucking shit went downhill, like, just a couple days before.
Yeah, which everyone was expecting it.
Yeah.
know.
It was just, like, wishful thinking.
It was, and
Yeah.
I think it did keep a lot of people's like hopes like up because they're like, "Fuck yeah, something's gonna happen," but then it didn't, and it sucked because we like Enemy God had a lot of cool shit planned for that.
Huh?
Like, I know Shortleash was gonna do a reunion there too, and it was
Yeah.
gonna be a good time. But
Fucking sucks.
I know whenever Motor City Fest comes back, it'll come back with a bang.
Yeah.
Chris always has something up his sleeve. That guy
Yeah,
will
I'm
make-
fucking proud of that kid. He's been doing it a long time,
Yeah, shout out to him. Like, dude, he's been booking like every band. He's booked every band I've ever been in.
Oh, yeah.
So like, he's always put me on to like cool
Yeah,
shows and
well,
stuff.
back, I'll go ahead and say it. Like, back when Annie Up, like, when they first started, like, there's some older dudes in the scene that, like, wouldn't fuck with that band. Like, it's like they like, couldn't get on a show, or they would just, like, shit talk. But over time, like, Critter fucking never left, and a lot of those
Yeah.
dudes just pieced out.
Right,
Like, they moved on with life, whatever else, and he's always persevered and kept Annie
Yeah.
Up going, and
Literally, I mean that
fuck
band
down
is
for life. Like, people
fucking-
who would talk shit, fuck them,
Yeah, I mean,
they're not even around anymore, so you can
he is a
say
guy that
fuck
just
him,
doesn't care. I mean,
Yeah.
he always did his thing and just didn't give a fucking.
yeah, he's the fucking greatest guy.
And I think over the years, what he's built Motor City Fest into has become phenomenal. It's
Craziness.
it just to see what he's booked and what he's done and what he's like, who he's been able to like just pull to Detroit for a fest.
Yeah, for one day.
Like one day. I mean, like fuck, he's done some cool shit and
Yeah.
it's been fun. Like
Yeah,
it's always been fun playing those.
Yeah, like Harm's Way's played it, I think.
Dude, he had Bitter End come out and like I just remember losing my fucking mind. To that. Like first time I saw that band was at like in Richmond, Virginia for United Blood in 2012,
Dope.
and I just remember they have a song called Terrified Eyes, and it's just a sick fucking bass line before this heavy mosh part, and it just opened the fuck up as soon as that bass hit. It's like in the middle of the song too, so it's like the pit's like super small, then it just fucking rings out, bass line opens the fuck up, and it was every man for themselves.
I can feel it. I can feel the vibrations.
Yeah, dude, that's how it was, man. I was like, fucking. I was like, that was my senior year of high school. and I
Holy
was like,
shit.
That's some crazy. That was probably one of the coolest things I've seen there.
That's so fucking, man. I always regret like not like going to like festivals and shit like that, because I've been into shit for I don't know, fucking 17 years, and I just never did anything like that until recently. I went to fucking New York for a show that wasn't even supposed to happen, But I'm like, motherfucker, I missed out on so much good shit,
That's like,
and reunions and fun things. We had like kids early and shit, so
Right,
I was
yeah.
like, it wasn't like I could not do it because I had things going on.
Priorities,
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck
I get
priorities.
it,
I got
I get
children. I'm poor. I can't.
I get that definitely. I mean, that's one thing I can say. I'm like glad I was like able to do, and luckily my parents were like cool with like letting me leave out of state at like younger ages to go like see shit like that. Like, so I like was lucky to like my first like fest was United Blood in 2012, and I've gone back almost every year after, besides like a couple. And then, like, This Is Hardcore a few times, which, like, to me,
Yeah.
it's just like, if I don't go, like, will I ever see that? Like, will I ever see Martyr AD again? Probably not. So
Yeah.
It's like when they're playing, like, I have to go. Then I'm, like, pulling teeth and disembodied. I was like, I'm never going to see that. So,
No, man.
Yeah,
that's
and I've never seen it, I'm not old, but I'm not, like, young, but I definitely wasn't around that time and era where that was actually happening. So it's like,
yeah. Well, there's not. There's a lot of people who don't necessarily listen to the early shit where they're just into like the modern hardcore stuff. They're like,
Right.
the '90s sucked or early 2000s sucked. What are you talking about?
I
That's what a
think
good
that's
shit
like
was.
some like the best like era of like hardcore.
Yeah, I
stuff,
missed
to be honest.
the '90s, like the late '90s. I think, in my opinion, the fucking like best hardcore bands.
I agree with you
And
on that.
It's like, fuck, man. I started going like 2003, 2004, and there's lots of good bands then. Like I got to see like Tyrant from like fucking day one. Like they were already together when I seen them.
Yeah.
But all they had was like the demo at the time, and
Right.
I'd like to watch them fucking.
And that was like before John was even doing vocals, and I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still just fucking Dave and Matt most of the
Yeah.
time. Sometimes like Dave would only or Matt only. It was like fucking chaos, dude.
yeah, that band was always just to me they're
I'm sure you've seen them a few times, right?
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've played with them a few
Oh,
times.
okay, yeah,
too.
that's what I thought.
And always seeing them, it's always been like it's chaos. I think they're probably, they're one of my favorite Detroit hardcore bands to do it. So and it was cool. Like being in band with some of those dudes, it was like, damn, this is sick too.
That is sick because like even like getting to talk to like some of the people from just some local Detroit hardcore bands, because I was like younger when they were like
Yeah.
prominent in the area. I'm like, you guys are fucking cool ass dudes. You don't even know that I know who you are. It's like,
Right.
because I'm a nobody. I was never in a band or nothing.
Right,
So
yeah.
I just pay to see them and hang out.
Yeah, dude,
And so it was like cool to talk to some people. Like you're fucking cool, dude, man.
yeah, like seeing that shit really was like what made me ever want to be in bands. I was like, dude, that's fucking like, look how people react to what the fuck, like the music you're writing. That's fucking sick. Like I want that. That's fucking cool. And
Yeah, fuck, man. Do you play any instruments or just?
a little. I played a little bit of bass. I was actually like in the process of like starting like this like rock kind of like, I don't even know, kind of like Alice in Chains almost sounding
shit.
grungy band with like members of Hush and shit. And like I just didn't have the time, man. I was just like school, like 4 classes a semester, and I'm just like, dude, I don't have time to do it right now. But I know they're still doing it, so that's gonna be cool.
Good.
It's like the drummer of Hush and Tristan, who plays bass in Hush, he's playing the guitar in it actually. And I think Taylor, I don't know he's either playing bass now or he's playing drums. But that dude's like super young. He's like, I think 19. But he rips, man. That kid is like, when Hush like went through a variety of drummers, and like when we found like, once I asked him, because I've known his cousins and shit like for like ever. Like his cousin, like his older cousin used to do vocals in like Slicer Dicer and shit. So I've known them for a very, very long time, and he would always be at Hush shows and shit. So eventually I just asked him, do you want to play drums in Hush? And that's where we knew he was the perfect fit drummer for that band, because he's just so young and full, so like energetic. So he's just like, yeah, let's fucking do this crazy shit. And I'm like, cool.
Nice, man. Yeah. Well, I just think it takes fucking balls just to be in a fucking band. Like, get on stage and hopefully they react. Like,
Yeah.
when you first start out, you're just like you're putting everything into it. And people are just
Right.
like barely paying attention.
Yeah.
You gotta pay your dues. I get it, but that's gotta be so tough and scary. Because I don't have to look at anybody. I'm sitting down here.
Right.
Like listen or don't. So I don't have to look at you and hope you say something.
I know, like my first band, it was like that. I was just like, well, I hope fucking people think this is cool. And they didn't, but I had friends that supported, so it's like
Yeah.
they thought it was cool. So as long as like my friends thought it was cool, I didn't give a fuck what anyone else thought, because if they think it's cool and they're gonna lose their fucking mind for it, then cool. That's all I care about. But now it's just like, I don't give a fuck if you like my band or not.
Yeah. I'm having fun, bitch.
Don't watch me if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No. What's kind of hard to not fucking pay attention when Enemy of God goes on, man.
We try to make it that way. We try to just, I don't know, not really do anything like wow factor, but I know like people are like really into like the pink hoodie thing, which was that was fucking.
I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the first few times I seen Enemy of God, and I seen when I was sitting in my car in a big ass parking lot, and I seen like you and like your friends like surround like your trunk, and you're pulling out all the hoodies. Yeah, you're giving it to them and shit. I was sitting like drinking a 40 in my car. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
That's so fucking funny. I think I had like, for the most part, everyone got their hoodies, but I had like 10 more that was like people needed.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just like, fuck it. Like, we were going to do it at the Sanction show, but when we played with them out in Saginaw, we realized like a lot of people aren't going to want to make that drive, because it's a far drive, like I said. So we were like, fuck it. Annie Up's EP release for Time. It's going down.
I liked it.
Like-
To see like how many people were probably like 12, 15 people in those hoodies.
Yeah.
Or, well, I don't know how many, maybe 8. I have no idea.
It was. I think we did like 20 of them. So but I know
Okay.
like a couple of people weren't there.
Yeah.
Fucking posers.
Losers missed out.
Yeah, I know. You know.
Shut
your
it
time
off.
It was your
Shut off.
fucking-
You can't even
yeah.
listen. You missed out.
It was your time to shine. Where were you?
No, but I thought that was because everybody was just fucking going off. I was like, what the fuck? It was like all these like crazy kids fucking people up. There's a big dude. I don't know who he is. He was in a pink hoodie, big tall guy, like long hair, kind of like he's like a bigger guy. But he's like, maybe like red hair and like a beard.
Oh,
I don't know. He's wearing a pink hoodie, but he fucking.
The only person I know with
He hits
longer red
hard.
hair and red beard is Max, who sings for Under the Knife.
See, I don't know if it's the same guy because I know I've seen him around, but it's only been like in real life that
Was
I've
he
seen.
right? I mean, if he didn't have long hair, it was probably like Shaw. I know Justin Shaw. He's
No, not him because I know
Oh,
him.
okay.
No. Yeah, should have been the other guy then probably.
it was probably Max. Max is a fucking
Yeah, he's a
that
fucking going off. Like I'm getting hit. I'm like, dude, I'm just sitting over here, chill, dude.
Dude, he's a fucking madman. Like,
Yeah.
he'll just randomly message me on Facebook, like him just like holding his guns. I'm like, all right, man. Like, he's my fucking boy though. But he's like a sweet dude. Like during like the fucking pandemic, like we all like bought Animal Crossing for the Switch, and we would play Animal Crossing till like 2 or 3 in the morning. Dude. It's fucking just funny shit like that.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a fucking like a kid's game.
The Animal Crossing.
Yes, and it's just a fucking child's game. But I used to play it when I was a kid, and they made it for the Switch. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll give it a go."
What do you do?
It's just like
Oh, you have to tell me
you
about
build
it.
a fucking like town, and there's this bunch of like you live with like animals, like they're like characters. It's so fucking it's wild, but it's like cool. I did a lot of that, and I played a lot of fucking Pokemon. Like I'm a Pokemon nerd.
Yeah?
I still am. Like I've always been since I was like a young kid, and like I till this day.
Hey, love this shit.
Oh yeah,
If I
dude,
play Pokemon Go,
oh yeah.
you probably
So-
bumped into my wife out there playing this shit.
Probably. I would
She
go
loves
up to
it.
the fucking park, a council point.
Yeah,
all the
exact-
time.
that's-
I'd be there
exactly.
till like 2 in the morning
Yeah.
when it first came out. I mean, I still play here and there, but I've been playing Pokemon Snap on the Switch. That's been
Oh,
fun.
fucking Christ. I don't even know what that is.
You just take pictures of That's all you do is just take
Jesus.
pictures of
Oh, you gotta
Pokemon.
find them with your camera.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. I remember when that game came out for like Nintendo 64, and I was like, fuck.
Oh,
I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
But 64 was one of the best things.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't have one, but my friend across the street had one. We played fucking Mario Party like almost every day.
dude,
That
that
was my shit. That and from fucking GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was fun. All those Mario games for it were fun too.
Yeah, man.
I still have a Nintendo 64.
That's great.
So I still play from time to time. I only got one game for it. It's a Pokemon game too, so that's all I use it for really.
Fuck yeah. And then he moved on to fucking GameCube, I think.
GameCube.
Yeah, I never had one of those.
That's what like I didn't play because that's what Animal Crossing came out on originally was GameCube, I believe, and then like they did it for like the Nintendo DS, and I played it a little bit then, but this time around I really got into it because everyone else was, and I was like, fuck it, man, I don't have nothing else to do. Fuck it.
I literally only play Call of Duty. I don't play it not
That's
one
fair,
any
man.
other
I
fucking
suck
game.
at that shit. Otherwise, I mean, it's fun, but man, I'm so bad at it. So it's just like I'm good.
I'm not that good. Like I used to be okay. Like especially World War II. I was like,
Yeah.
I can hang. I mean, there's 6 people on a team. I can be in the top 3 almost every time. That's good to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, fuck it.
you know.
My older and little brother, they are really good at it. So it's like anytime I play with them, they just whoop my
Fuck you
fucking
up.
ass.
Yeah, my
So it's just
son.
like, I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I'll go fuck myself. You know?
yeah, my son's about 13, and he's telling me about all his like secrets, and he's like, if I'm making my load, I'm like, stop fucking with my gun. He's just like, your gun sucks.
Oh my god.
So he makes like faster, like, you know,
Right.
like I don't even know what's happening. He's like,
Yeah.
it's more steady, less recoil. I'm like, just whatever. How do I shoot? Fuck off.
If it works, it works.
I'm like, get out of my face. Yeah. No, I bought a little fucking TV and a PlayStation just as I gave him mine. Like, just fucking get out of here. You have yours, I have mine. We don't have to
Right.
fight for it, man. Because I love it. Like, I play daily, you know, for
Right.
at least an hour if I can find the time, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's like I'm not fucking out doing drugs.
Yeah. Well, fun Drugs or games.
I
Take
mean,
your-
I
you
do
know.
drugs here. And then
No,
play
dude.
games. Marijuana's not a drug anymore, right?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's legal in Michigan now, you know.
Well, it's still a Schedule 1 drug. Isn't that crazy? Like, according to like the U.S. government, it's like marijuana is the same as like heroin.
It's so weird, you know. I don't know. I don't get it. You
You
know,
know, it doesn't affect you, but still, like, so the rules you understand, like,
Right.
kinda,
Yeah.
it's bullshit.
But I see. It's like I work healthcare, so it's like, you know, one of my patients uses it regularly, and like it's just weird to see, like, if, you know, if they classify it as something like that when it does have a lot of benefits for people. I get it.
Sure.
My GI doctor always pushes me to get like a med card because of my Crohn's disease, and I'm just like, I don't.
You're like, I'm bound by honor, sir.
Yes, exactly. I made that, you know.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at.
Fucking branded fool. Well, you know, it's whatever. Some shit works for other people.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
not everybody can take Adderall. Some people actually need Adderall.
Right.
No, I don't think anybody actually needs Adderall. That's
Probably not.
horse shit. Scary
Yeah.
as. This is Adderall right here.
Exactly, you know, just get that caffeine and you'll be okay.
Yeah. Fuck, how long are we doing this for? I didn't even check the time. How long have you been here for?
Oh, but about almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, something like that. Let me check real fast.
There you go.
Just give it, take a break. I cut this shit out.
That's fair. No, I'm good, man. I'm fucking.
I don't even know how this shit works. Yeah, sure, we're about an hour and 10 minutes. Fucking scares me when things aren't leave it. I get so scared that it's not gonna work because of time to have with John music.
Yeah. That's. Yeah. You said that was your first one you did was with him?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he came over. And we're like, yeah, we're recording. Everything was great. I had this whole list of stuff I was going to ask him. It was a great, like, all natural conversation.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. And then, as soon as he left, I, like, checked it out. And I was like, I'm going to listen back. I was all excited. And just to see, like, our mouths moving.
Yeah.
Where's the audio, dude? I fucking tried everything. Tried fucking everything for a day and a half.
That's so.
Yeah.
So fucked up.
And then I did another podcast the day after with, and this one never got released just because I was so fucking worked up the entire time about like it recording. Just like turned out really shitty. It was with Brandon and Jesse from Smash Your Enemies.
really?
Yeah. They're gonna come by when the new album comes out.
Oh, nice.
So just to redo it, but like
Right.
I was a wreck like inside my head. It was like really
Yeah.
unfocused.
That's fair.
I was like, this is a fucked up one. Like,
Dude.
guys, we're not doing it. We'll just do it again.
I love Jesse, man. He's such a good dude.
He is a great guy. I love him too, man. Fuck, were you around for All My Blood? One of his first bands? Yeah.
I remember playing actually at Motor City Fest where they did a reunion.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Fuck yeah. I remember that band. He had another band before that, but I wasn't around. It was like Caged or something.
Something.
No,
He's-
I don't know, but he's nicest dude
Nice
ever.
dude, man.
And
I really like Born of Hate, man. That band was
was
or is
was
I
or
should
is
say.
well, I don't know. Okay.
You know, it's hard to say with this pandemic. You know,
Yeah.
Is I mean, like, wow, man. The first time I heard it, I was just like, fuck. I remember when first time I seen him was at the Never Ending Game CD release show,
Oh yeah.
and John was like talking to me. He's like, one of these songs, like I wrote the riff, and it was gonna be a Bitter Peace song, but I use it for this, and I think you're gonna like it because it sounds a lot like All Out War, which that's like one of my like favorite bands.
I love All Out War.
So he
man.
was like, yeah, like before they started, like this one's for. He like shouted me out for it, and I just lost my mind for it. I was like, yeah, that's a fat fucking riff.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I went to their first show where they played with Agnostic Front
Did
at.
Prong play that too?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I wish I would have went to that. I do, but I was probably working or some stupid shit.
Yeah. Like, see, I'm not like a Prong guy. I was like,
Yeah,
I was not giving a fuck
I
about
love
Prong, to be
I
honest.
love Prong. I think that band's so
I was like, this
good.
band sucks.
I love
That's
that
how I
band,
felt.
man. I like that weirdo shit too. I like Helmet a lot too.
Yeah.
That shit's cool to me.
No, they're not that bad. But it's like I was like, this is like my least favorite band on the line. I don't give a fuck about
That's
this band.
fair. I mean, yeah, it's definitely like an acquired taste. If you like it, you like it. If you
Mm-hmm.
like, I think it like took time for it to actually like grow on me when I first started listening to it. I think my dad really likes that band too.
Well, yeah. Well, there's some bands I've like. I've like forced myself to like I was fucking listening to it over and over again until it finally sinks in.
Yeah.
You know, like I couldn't name any off the top of my head, but like there's like, just some out there that I'm like, it's like I like this band, but I don't know if I like this band. It's like I want to like them because
That's-
everybody else likes them.
That yeah, there's a few bands that are like that, and I get it.
Yeah.
But it's all about I don't know, man. I just whatever fucking sounds cool. I've been real big into like all those fucking like '90s bands right now, like Alice in Chains and shit like that. It's like that's all I like really listen to right now, and I'm like, I don't
Alice in
fucking know.
Chains.
I love that band so fucking much.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like them. I remember I got an Alice in Chains CD for Christmas one year. It's like for no reason. It was one with that Stump the Rooster on it. That album. I forgot what it's called, but I was like, I don't even fucking know who this shit is, and I got it. It's
sick.
like okay, but I was like young. It's funny because that same year I got a fucking Jewel CD.
Oh my god.
It was like Pieces of You, I think. So I don't know what year that was. It was a long, long time ago.
What, 90 something?
Yeah, I was like 6th grade, 5th or 6th grade. This is some bullshit ass CD.
94, something like that. Maybe later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was probably like 2 or 3 when it fucking came out.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck, man.
it's been a crazy ride.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what did you start out? Like, I know you said you listened to metal and shit, but were you into any, like emo or anything before that? Like a Static Lullaby or
Dude,
Atreyu, shit like that?
I love that shit. I mean, like, I don't know if, like, some of the shirts I like to wear or do. We were going to do a couple of those bands, but I don't know.
Why I just don't want to wear them? Look like a...
No, I don't give a fuck. I do whatever the fuck I want. I love those bands. Like Static Lullaby was super sick. And
Yeah.
Atreyu,
So good.
dude, fucking.
I have like Hawthorne Heights. Go fuck yourself if you don't.
I do too. There's a band before them that they're called Eyes Upon Separation,
Yeah.
and they're more of like the metalcore style and not as like emo-y sounding. And I like that band a lot. But yeah, that shit is fucking great. Like Atreyu is probably like my 12-year-old me.
They're
is
so
like,
good,
yeah.
dude.
I remember like, I randomly got a text message one day and it said, "Hey, you're cute. Are you single?" And I said, "Who is this?" And they asked, "They was like, are you single?" I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I assumed it was a wrong number. And I said, "No, I'm in a relationship with suicide notes and butterfly kisses." And they just didn't respond. I was like, okay, I think they know. Like, they had the wrong number.
Fuck, man. Yeah, that album was really, really good.
Yeah, that
Like,
was... I remember seeing them play some shit from that live a couple times. And
Yeah, the only time I've ever seen them was that fucking Warped Tour. I seen them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I never seen them in like a small venue or anything because it's
I
like you have to pretend. Well, on me, some sort of like weird thing. Like I was like, fuck that band. I don't like that band, but I did inside.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
just keep it a secret.
You know,
Yeah.
but like everybody's like a saves the day type of person.
I love that band.
Yeah, yeah. See, like I could admit to liking them, but I couldn't like admit to liking Atreyu. I don't know why. It was some weird shit back then.
Whatever. I think like a cool lineup I would like to see was like Atreyu with It Dies Today. I think that would be fucking
Yeah.
insane because
Yeah.
both those bands, like their early shit, like around the same era, was just really good.
Well, there's even some other bands like I don't give a fuck about. Like Every Time I Die, I don't like them.
I get
like-
I get why people like them. It's
Yeah.
just not for me. To me, it's just like their old shit, like that "Kill the Music" song. I think is really cool, But other than like that, I'm not into like how other people are. They're like they swear they're the greatest band, but to me, they're just
Like, yeah.
I'm just so if I see them live, I see them live. If not, I
Fuck
could
yeah.
really care less.
Yeah, man. Well, like I remember this one war. I don't know what year, maybe 2006, 2007. But like I said, it was Saves the Day. Atreyu was on the same one. The Transplants. Remember the Transplants? Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Like, I mean, it's like totally different music, but I was happy to see them. Atreyu, like Flogging Molly, Suicide Machines. Like,
That's a huge.
what the
lineup.
fuck?
That's sick.
Yeah, Warped Tour used to be good.
Yeah.
Used to be good. I remember the fucking Circle Jerks one time. I swear they came through. And fucking Dropkick Murphys. Like, it's like fucking sick bands, dude. Dropkick, you ever seen them? You ever seen them?
Yeah, I've seen a few times actually. Can't remember where and fuck, man. I Warped Tour when I was going like, I was like real young. Like, I was probably like 12. That was maybe 11. my parents like woke me up one morning like, hey, the Vans Warped Tour is going on today. Do you guys want to go? I was like, yeah.
Your parents? That's
Yeah,
great.
cause I have an older brother. He's like a year and a half older than me. So he woke us up and just dropped us off at fucking Comerica Park. I'm like, cool, this is cool. And there was this like emo band I was into called Aiden that was playing.
Yeah, I remember that band.
Fucking like that is like one of my all time favorite bands. The album Nightmare Anatomy is perfect front to back.
Wow.
That's where I stand with that. And like I waited like all day to see them, and when I finally seen them, I was like, yeah, this was all worth it. I like went dressed in like all black,
Hot as a
dying,
motherfucker, yeah.
fucking Jesus.
The worst. Yeah, because they always came in like July to like Detroit.
Yeah.
It's nowhere to hide. Hundreds or thousands and thousands of people.
And it's just like 90 something degrees out, but it feels like 200 because all
And the
people
black
there
top,
and the
yeah.
black top. When they moved it to the Palace, it was worse, man. That black top at the Palace, like it was like it was just hot. Like you could feel the heat off the blacktop just burning you.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck this, man.
Yeah, because it used to be at the fucking Pontiac Silverdome is where it used to be in the
Yeah.
parking lot there, which it was fucking sweet. Then they moved to Comerica, and I was happy because it was closer,
Right.
but it was still like, this is bullshit. I always got dropped off there though. It's like there's nowhere to park.
Yeah.
And,
it sucks to park down there.
yeah.
You have to park a mile away, and
I seen fucking Misery Signals at Warped Tour they played, which was crazy because it's like a really mixed crowd, you know.
yeah.
And a lot of people like kind of like don't know what's gonna happen. And like this was probably 06, so like shit was like, you know, some shows were pretty scary.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking people getting beat up every time. Like,
Yes.
lots of violence, lots of silly shit. But you know, because everybody like their, you know, not like a crew name, but like, everybody was
Both are,
just
like,
fucking
they're
mobbing
people,
deep,
yeah,
mobbing
like,
deep.
You know,
You know, like,
10 people going all together and shit.
yeah. So it's everybody from like the hardcore shows that were there for like fucking Misery Signals. So all these like punk rock and emo kids just getting fucked up, and they don't know. They're like trying to like start fights. You know, like
Right.
and they're gonna push like one of us from behind or whatever to punch someone in the back of the
Yeah,
head,
that
and
is-
then they just whoa.
Swarm.
Yeah, they get swarmed and beat up, which you know, which never cool for that person, but
Right.
it like sucks for them. But you know, it's like fuck, that sucked.
Yeah, I remember going to a show. They had a free show at the fucking, what was that? The Majestic, and it was on the floor. I forget who was playing. I think like Trash Talk played, but then like some of those like Odd Future people were playing too. So it was like a really weird crowd of like hardcore kids there for Trash Talk,
Yeah.
and then just like those fucking like Odd Future kids that are just weird. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like
Sorry, I'm out of the loop.
Tyler the Creator and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah. Okay.
And like,
Well, because they're from fucking New York, right?
I think so.
So
yeah.
so that might be part of the thing.
Yeah. And it was just a weird,
Mhm.
like weird mix of people there. And I was like, I mean, it was cool. Trash Talk was fucking sick. So
Well, yeah. Well, even weirder show. Trash Talk opened for fucking Action Bronson before at like the State Theater
Jeez.
in like 2010 or 12.
Really?
Some weird shit. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't go, but I just remember seeing them on the bill.
I might remember just like seeing that.
Yeah. And then like he had that show. Remember Action Bronson had that show on like on the Vice channel. It was like a cooking
Yeah.
show in like some like warehouse or whatever.
I do remember that.
Well, the Trash Talk dudes like came to like cook with him.
No
So I was
shit.
like, "What the fuck?" I was amazed to see it. I was like, "Okay, that's
cool.
what."
I know a
so
lot
the
of-
correlation between like
yeah.
him and fuck hardcore bands is. So that's what I thought in New York. 'Cause I just assumed.
Right. I know all the, like those. A lot of like some of those rappers do really fuck with like those hardcore bands like that. I know like that. This dude like Shake Well. I think he used to play in like that Betrayed band from California. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure he was like in bands and shit too. And like a lot of them SoundCloud rappers are too. It's weird, but you do you, man. You know.
SoundCloud rappers. Anybody can be a rapper now.
Yeah, can't argue that.
That's cool.
It's weird. It's like weird because I mean I think it's cool too at the same time if that's what they're doing because they do because like a lot of them people are genuinely into that kind of music.
Yeah, you're putting it out there.
So
you
it's
know,
like
you
you're
put
bringing a
energy in it.
different crowd as
Mhm.
well. So you get to introduce people to like new shit that they might not have ever seen or heard of before, which is pretty. That's why I like playing mixed bill shows like with just different genres because it's like you fucking like I remember Hush's EP or the Fighting to Survive EP release show. It was pretty mixed. Like we had like this tall boy band play, and they're like like an indie rock band, and
No shit.
fucking, but just like a bunch of like Strange Magic, who's more of like a rock, like punk, rockish type band, and it was like just a cool mixed bill of like hardcore and not hardcore bands playing. I always think that's fun because it draws so many more people. You're putting that interest out there for other people to like come check it out.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, like with that Madball Murphy's Law show, that reggae band played. What are they called? The Capturers. Did you catch that by any
I
chance?
didn't know.
Well, they have a set that's on fucking YouTube now, but they opened up for that whole thing. They only play like 15 minutes, but so they're called the Capturers. There's like 11 people in the band, and they all play like a little instrument. There's a guy in like fucking bongos, and then like the bass is real slow. It's like ska, but it's reggae, I guess. But I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was like a trick. I was like, oh, they're fooling everybody with this fucking reggae music in the park. Then Murphy's Law goes on. Everyone's throwing beers and smoking weed and moshing. It's like it was all they fucking duped New York City.
Right.
Like just fun reggae in the park.
Right. And no, not quite.
Yeah, then all the stinky kids come out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh fuck. Fuck, that shit was crazy. I mean, that was like once in a lifetime. I don't think that ever happened.
Right, yeah. Probably not, man.
Well,
I mean,
I don't think
who
it
knows?
can, right?
Right, I don't think so.
Like,
who knows? I mean, I don't know. I do know I'm ready for shows.
yeah, do you know what I thought would be cool if the band shell in Lincoln Park? Wouldn't that be sick if like there's a hardcore show outside there?
I remember like they used to do it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, when I was in like middle school, maybe elementary school, they used to do it, and like a couple of my friends' bands played there. Like it was just weird. Like no one would really go, but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Was it outside?
Yeah, it was like right there on that stage. I hate that place. I broke my ankle there. I used to skateboard there, and it's
shit.
like it's like just a big ledge, so we'd fucking skate off it, and like just rolled my ankle.
Yeah.
I probably didn't break it. It was sprained, but fucking hurt.
I was always too fat. I would just drag my bike up on top, like ride on the stage, and go down the stairs.
That's
like
fair.
The loser.
I used to, yeah.
I remember one time, dude, there a long time ago, my friend George Cott, he's dead, but he would climb on top of that, dude, and fucking shoot cars with paintball gun.
Jesus Christ.
Off the roof of that place. You can hide, I guess.
Yeah.
You're way the fuck up there. And like, he would just shoot cars. He ended up getting arrested in like 8th grade though. Like he would hide, but then he got caught. Because I'm sure somebody fucking seen
Eventually
his ass.
seen it. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
so funny.
yeah. But I remember being there, seeing cars get lit up. I'm
Yeah.
like, search me, motherfucker. I got nothing.
That's so funny.
Fuck. Oh well. Good times, man. Fucking Lincoln Park is a weird place.
It is. It's like you never know what you're gonna get here.
No?
Pretty much, I grew up my teenage years here.
Yeah.
So I lived in Detroit, Southwest, like up until I was 12. Then moved to Lincoln Park, and
Yeah.
pretty much here, like
Yeah.
downriver my whole life since then.
Sure. Well, now Lincoln Park is, a pretty big Hispanic community now.
Yeah.
It's really grown. It's like Southwest just like grew.
Yeah, it really is.
You
And
know?
it's cool. It makes it a lot easier because it's like I could go into like a little Mexican market and grab really good fucking tacos. instead
Fuck
of driving
yeah.
all the way down to Detroit.
I
which
know, man.
like for a minute, I was living in Melvindale too, and there was a place like literally like right down the block from me in Melvindale that was fucking such good tacos.
I love
So
tacos.
it's like sweet. I don't have to drive, even though it's like 10, 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes I don't have to do now for no reason.
Oh, these fucking white people jacking up the prices though. So they used to be, like 72 cents for a fucking taco. Now
Yeah. Get them on Taco Tuesday.
Taco
for
Tuesday.
$1,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of places to go, man.
There really
There's
is.
so many taco places.
There really is. Shout out to El Jalapeno in Allen Park. That's my fucking spot, man. The dude who owns it's so.
I haven't even
cool.
had it yet. Dude.
I love that place, man. That place is. It's sick, man.
Yeah.
I think the kid, like the dude who owns it's, like probably either my age or a little bit younger. He just kills it.
Yeah, if I get everybody worked up, they're gonna be hungry. Listen this way. Lincoln Park is the best tacos.
No doubt.
Here's my honey buns. Yeah, but no, man. I go right down the street to I can't remember. The taco stand.
Which one? The one on Allen Road?
Yeah, and Allen. Yeah,
I've had it a few times. I know El Jalapeno's like right across the street from it.
yeah.
But they're both pretty good. I mean, like really, you can't go wrong because it's just people doing their fucking thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit different flavor, but I get the fries from there. I don't even get tacos. I get the asada fries.
Oh, yeah, I've heard their fries, the asada fries from there are really good.
Well, the thing is that the El Jalapeno, they have like, has like 8 different kinds of fries though. It's like
Yeah.
on the menu. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go there.
I would recommend it. It's pretty good. I know like my old roommate who I used to live with, who actually lives on Detroit Avenue, but like on the other side of Fort Street, like right on Dix. That was like our spot, man. Like every fucking Tuesday, when he was like at work, we would like meet up there to have lunch, and that's just like the spot because I mean, our tacos and fucking.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Yeah, man. They got Los Arcos right up the street. You ever fuck with that? Los Arcos?
Where's that? Is that on Fort Street?
Just off Fort Street, like Cleveland. It's by the BP right off Fort Street. Like,
Oh yeah.
old Shirelli's.
Yeah.
Remember Shirelli's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
At Fort Park and Garfield.
oh, the Clementes used to be there.
Right
Was that
behind
over there? I used to work at Clementes.
So did I.
Did you? I was
Yeah.
a busboy.
So was I.
That's so Paul. Fucking,
Paul's little fat ass
fuck
stomping
Paul.
around.
Oh, I fucking hate. He was a dick. You know, he fired me one time, and then like I just came back the next weekend, like nothing happened. And
You just put an apron on and get to work.
but I would always like he'd always like get mad because I'd be eating the fucking breadsticks with ranch. So like eventually he was like, "You can fucking go," and I was like, "What the fuck? I'm just eating a breadstick with ranch."
Yeah.
He's like, "Go, you're done."
And a bowl of soup and
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you know.
no, for anybody, again, who gives a fuck? It's an Italian restaurant that's in Lincoln Park, and they have the best pizza, the best pasta, and a bowling alley.
Yeah,
So
it was a crazy place to work. I like my brother worked there, and all my high school friends worked there too. And
yeah, dude. Yeah, I worked there in 2003, 2000. No, fuck, like 2001 and 2002, like 9th and 10th grade.
dude, I know he'd like hire kids that like need work permits and like not having
Oh,
to
yeah.
get work permit.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's
yeah, give you fucking like $4.50 and,
I don't
and
think
tips.
It was something like
was
I
some
think that's what I
fucking
was making that whole
bullshit
time
ass-
too.
yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, the dudes in the back, like, the pizza people, like, they would like burn pizzas or like make like wrong pizzas on purpose, like just so we'd have shit to eat,
Yeah,
you know?
I would love it. Like they always been like that.
Yeah.
man.
Or they would make like their own like special like breadsticks and
Yeah.
like with like sauce and cheese and toppings, like some big garlic butter fucking creation,
Dude,
like
yeah.
fucking calzones, like off the menu shit.
Yeah, dude, and I miss that. And you know, every time you have your lunch break, you get your meal, and
Yep.
they would do some off the wall shit.
Fuck
for you if you
yeah.
ask them to.
I'll get a small pizza and fucking and mushroom Swiss cheeseburger.
Yeah. And then Paul will get mad.
Yeah.
On lunch.
Yeah, see his fat ass in
Hurry
his
up.
office
Yeah,
eating
I
though.
know. I'm like, all right.
See him shoving fries in his mouth. Fries and pasta sauce.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was it.
Fucking, oh my god, I'm getting hungry.
I miss that place. I kind of miss that place. Like,
Yeah.
like not working there, but like their food was really good.
Well, this is weird. I don't know if any other place in the world has this, but the sauerkraut pizza. Did you ever fuck with that?
I don't really care for sauerkraut, so
Okay.
like, but I know it was huge. Anytime the bowling league would come in, like that was like all.
Oh, yeah.
there. And all those bowling leagues. I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta stay and fucking.
I know.
You gotta stay and make the tables up and
like,
shit.
fuck,
For
man,
putting out
like,
the little pizza trays.
six tables, pizza trays. And
Yeah, the fucking stupid placemats and silverware.
that's so funny. That is so funny.
Brings back
Oh
memories.
my god.
That was my shit, man.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
actually worked there until like they closed it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's.
I've probably seen you there,
You
dude.
probably have.
For sure, I must have bumped into you.
There's no doubt. If you would go, yeah, there's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. Cause I worked there for like 2 years.
Fuck him. Yeah. Jimmy Mack, the bartender. Remember him, Jim?
Yeah, Jim. Yeah.
Yes. I'd see him up until a couple years ago at fucking Planet Fitness. See, I go to the gym. no, but I used to see him there. Hey, bro, what's up? Like, holy
That's so
shit! I'm like
funny.
fucking Mac, you know.
Dude, that's
The best pizza. Like, it's like I long for it. I think about it often.
I do too, and it's like, it's like not that deep because it's just pizza, but it's like it was that good pizza.
It is the best, man. Get super deluxe.
Yeah, dude, I remember for a while, like before it closed, like, oh, we might just open like a takeout spot and do that. I'm like, yeah, you fucking should, Paul. You piece of shit.
Yeah, now he's just like a state representative or something
Something
crazy
like that,
or
yeah.
some.
He's a-
Or he keeps trying, just nobody votes for him.
Yeah, because he's a douche and he was a dick to me all the time. But
Yeah. Well, the reason why I asked you about the sauerkraut pizza is because there's this place in Southgate. So they bought the recipe from Clementi's
Did they?
for the sauerkraut pizza. I don't know if they have any other pizza. Yeah, it's that Fogias or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
I
that.
ran like dicks before
Yeah,
Eureka.
yeah,
right?
by that, like it's like a volleyball
Yeah,
place
yeah.
or like a tennis
Right
rack.
across from Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, you can get the sauerkraut pizza.
No shit.
Yeah, that's why I said
That's
it.
like good to know. I mean,
Yeah,
That's random, but all
I
right.
found it like a year ago, but haven't got it, so I don't know if it's exact.
Well, you gotta let me know if you ever get it.
Ah, fuck with it so hard. Can we just end this? Who gives a fuck?
All right. Well,
Because we're talking about pizza now,
I
so
know.
we're out of
I
hardcore.
know, there's not much left to talk about. Can I shout out a few people?
Hell yeah.
Shout out Iced Out, Ground Wars, Bricked Up, all the homies, Minneapolis, Gadget, While God Sleeps. Fuck with it,
If I listen to all that shit. Alright. That's it, dog. Let me just hit end.